Welcome to the View in Your Mirror podcast. We are your hosts, Lisa Rubin and Katie Harms. From new moves to tried and true strategies, we'll dissect the ways in which clothing and a little organization can and does affect your daily life. Come along as we hope to inspire, engage, and shape your rituals as well as your shapewear.
Katie Harms.
Lisa Rubin.
I am so excited about episode number 4. It is something I've been waiting to talk about. People are excited that this is going to be an actual episode.
What makes it so exciting? Because it strikes fear in me to talk about this.
You should not be fearful. You should really pay attention because bras, underwear, and Spanx, need we say more?
Well, we have to say more if we're going to have a podcast.
It is the foundation, quote unquote,
Very nice.
to everything that you wear.
Okay, well, clearly it's the foundation because it goes under, well, in most cases, unless you're Madonna back in the 90s.
Yeah, I don't deal with that.
So it is what's going on underneath the exterior of what you're wearing. So think about in building, the foundation clearly is the most important thing. I don't know why I'm getting pictures of Marilyn Monroe and those pointy bras and Jane Mansfield and all of that. And our grandmothers pulling up their girdles. For some reason, that's where my mind's going. So talk me out of that because that just sounds horrible.
Well, not horrible, but the thing that I want to really talk about, let's start with bras. Okay, we have to start with bras because one of my biggest pet peeves of all time is the fact that women do not adjust their bra straps properly, especially after they've washed their bra. Nobody adjusts their bra straps.
What happens to your bra when you wash it?
If you wash it, the little tab or whatever you want to call it, all bras are kind of different. They just loosen every time. And if you don't adjust them, just like we need to be adjusted, it will make a huge difference in how your clothes look. If it's been 100, it's been 1,000.
Wow.
I have met women for the first time in a dressing room. We start our shopping. And, of course, start by taking their clothes off. Generally, I'm in the dressing room because it's just faster and easier. And I notice the bra right away. That's the first thing I look at. And
the girls are not standing at attention?
They are so not standing at attention. And it drives me crazy. And I'll just start talking to them about random things, and I'll just take my fingers and I'll adjust their bra straps. And some people look at me with the biggest fear in their eyes. Some people say, "What are you doing?" And some people just go, "Is my bra okay?" And they get all worried.
Nobody's swung around and taken a swat at you?
Nobody's taken a swat at me. Nobody's left the room and never wanted me to help them again. And I always say, this is where we start. And then I make them put a top on after I've made the adjustment.
Before we go to the top, how many people are wearing the wrong size bra?
I don't know if it's the wrong size bra. It's the wrong style bra for their body.
Okay, and so that's something you'll address right away too, because how everything fits on top of it.
Right away.
Makes sense.
I mean, I basically make somebody, if I don't like what they have, that's the first place that we go. Now it's virtually, after I've seen kind of their body style, I can tell them what to go get or order online. Because if you don't have the right bra, everyone talks about back fat. Oh, I don't like that shirt on me because it shows my back fat. It has nothing to do with the shirt. It has everything to do with your bra. Some women wear a sports bra under a really nice shirt. Well, it's the really nice shirt isn't going to look its best with a sports bra on.
Do you think they're doing that because the sports bra tends to have a bigger, wider back, so then you get a little bit more? They're not thinking so much about the front?
No,
Generally,
I think it's more comfortable.
Well, that's the other thing with bras. It's interesting. Through COVID, I've seen nothing but bra commercials popping up on the computer screen. I must have searched for a bra, or I probably swore about the bra I was wearing, and the computer, I swear to God, it hears everything. So all of a sudden I'm getting bra commercials.
Yeah, I mean, it's really important. And I would highly recommend, when we're all comfortable going back to stores, for everybody to go to a department store or a undergarment specialty shop boutique and get measured for the proper bra. It will make a big difference. I have a funny story. I had a new client. She was having a big seminar that she was presenting at, and I needed to get her a suit. But she wanted kind of a tight-fitting suit, and so I sent her a bunch of stuff, and once I sent her the stuff, I was going to meet her at her house to put it on. So she calls me, hysterical. And she's like, oh my God, Lisa, these suits, I love them, but they don't fit me. I said, well, why? She said, because they don't fit me in my bust area. I said, well, that can't be possible because I know that they should fit you in your bust area. There's no way.
Because you've been with her, you've measured
Yeah,
her, you're sending her clothes, you've got all the...
Right.
Yeah.
This wasn't my first go around with
Right.
her. And I said, I'll be over tomorrow. I'll come over. I knew exactly what the problem was. So we get to her house. She tries on everything. She comes out and she goes, look, I don't say a word. I take my hand, I put it up above her top. I pull her bra straps up. And then I said, okay, now go look in the mirror. It fit her perfectly. It had nothing to do with the suit. It had everything to do with her bra. She goes, oh my God, I cannot believe that that is so true.
And this is a highly educated, very successful woman who...
Pays no attention.
Right.
It's the thing you take off the fastest and you just put it on because you're supposed to put it on in the morning. So
That's so sad.
it
But true. And if you get a right fit, then it is more comfortable. And
pay attention if you're very uncomfortable with back fat or underarm fat that seeps out. It's probably your bra. It's really not all you.
you know, I was talking to someone recently. Oh, I know what it was. I had a niece get married, and so she was being fit for her last fitting on her wedding gown. It's the same person my daughters have used, and she's just an exceptional person. And she was telling the story about a woman similar to your bra story. She had worked with a mother of the bride and had a beautiful fitting dress for her, and the woman called and said, it doesn't fit me. I don't know what's going on. And it was through the top, and Barb said, bring it over. And she had Spanx. And what had happened with the Spanx is that it pushed everything up. She ended up having her client take the Spanx off, put the dress on. It fit wonderfully.
So that could lead us into that whole conversation, shapewear.
Let's go there.
Shapewear is also another very important piece. And the one thing about shapewear is you don't necessarily need shapewear to hide things. You also need shapewear to not have lines when you're wearing a dress. Instead of wearing a bra and underwear, put a piece of shapewear on and it gives you one line that goes all the way down. Yes, it can help with your stomach and your hips, but remember, any fat that you do have, it is going to go somewhere.
So you have to have the proper size shapewear.
You have to have the proper size shapewear. You have to have the correct shapewear. I recommend always to do high-waisted. Do not buy shapewear that comes right at your waist, because then you're going to have a bigger stomach roll that comes over.
That makes sense. I don't know why I'm thinking about a sausage.
Sausage casing?
Yeah, sausage casing.
That's what everyone says. I feel like sausage casing. But if you buy the right shapewear, you won't feel like that.
Yes.
And the other thing, the two shapewear companies that I think do the best job, obviously, is Spanx, who started the whole thing. When you're buying the high-waisted shape panty, which I think is fantastic, buy it with the opening on the bottom, because try to go to the bathroom and take it all off. It is impossible. When it has the opening at the bottom, it's magical. You don't have to deal with it. You sit down, you go, you're done. Pay attention to that when you're buying it. And the other one is Kim Kardashian's company called Skims. She did a really good job, but it does not have the hole. I know I'm getting a little TMI, but
That's okay. I mean, hey, you know, at least we're giving people tidbits, right? I mean, the foundation of what we wear is critical to our overall appearance. And isn't that what we're all going for?
yes, it is. And it's really, really important.
Let's chew on that for a little bit. I'm going to take a little break. You're going to come with me. I'm going to try to keep you away from my bra and testing out where I'm sitting. Maybe that's an important thing to do, but we'll be back momentarily. Stay with us.
Hi there. Several years ago, a conversation sparked an idea which launched a plan, and now here we are. Lisa and my collective desire with this podcast is to inform listeners and open eyes to the importance of well-designed spaces and well-thought-out wardrobes, no matter the size or budget. We feel strongly that both lead to success in all aspects of life. Lisa, having been content to work behind the scenes, is emerging to share her well-honed expertise. Her clients see her as a secret weapon in their success, and now we too can benefit from Lisa's no-nonsense approach. I, on the other hand, have always been a bit more, out there in my endeavors, yet my work in space planning is very personal to each client. I guess we could say that I'm coming from space to share strategies for efficient use of yours. Perhaps this is our legacy, or simply that we really enjoy conversing and sharing some light moments in what can be a very heavy world. Whatever the case, we are thrilled that you have joined us and hope you find some gems along the way. To learn more about Lisa, go to wardrobeconsulting.net, and for me, go to katieharms.com. Here's to your success, your beautiful view in your mirror, and thanks for listening. Now back to the conversation.
Well, Lisa, the girls and I are very, very thankful for this little break that we've just taken. Everything feels more perky, and just I'm ready to take on the world in a whole new way.
When we went off for a few minutes, I said, Katie, I can't stand it. You got to have your bra straps adjusted. I've been looking at this since the whole time we've been recording, and it's driving me crazy. And I just adjusted your bra straps, and it does make a difference, doesn't it?
It totally does. If you get nothing out of the 20 minutes you're maybe going to spend with us, take this away and go adjust your bra straps. Oh, I can listen. I want to talk underwear, but I'm not letting you near mine. Truly, let's talk underwear, from granny panties to really cute, teeny tiny thongs. What you've got some thoughts, I'm sure.
I have a lot of thoughts about that. So let's start with granny panties. A lot of clients that I see for the first time go, okay, I wear granny panties, so don't look at my underwear. And I'm like, I don't care that you wear granny panties. But I am going to tell you that if you wear the old-fashioned cotton granny panties, your clothes are never going to look good on you. First of all, they're all cotton. They come up really high, so they're showing a lot of lines in your pants, in your skirts, and in your dresses. If you just shift, you can still wear a high-waisted underwear, but shift it to not being all cotton and not being loose and having it come up to what they call a French cut around your leg, your clothes are going to look better on you.
Do you want to throw out a couple of brand names you really love?
Well, my favorite line is called Ungossamer, Ongossamer.
And this is a place where you probably want to spend a couple of bucks, yes?
Yes. You don't have to spend a fortune, but I think buying a good bra, let's go back to bras.
Yeah. Oh, God. Yeah.
I spend money on a bra. They last for a long time. If you take care of them and you wash them, please wash them at least once a week.
And please don't put them in the dryer.
Never in the dryer. And adjust your bra straps. You're going to have them for a good 3 to 4 years.
And when you're storing them, do not store them, especially if they're a molded cup or any kind of a padded cup, do not store them one inside the other, tucked inside. They need to be stored flat. Well, relatively flat, depending on the size of your bra. But yes.
Katie, do you also recommend, if you don't have the room for a drawer, can you hang them?
You know, you can. I'd even rather see you buy a cute little basket that you could put them in. And depending on how you have your clothes hanging, that basket might be just shallow enough to fit your bras in and go on that shelf between your upper hanging and your lower hanging.
That's
you
a
may
good
or may
idea.
not remember that we talked about hanging your skirts and pants on the top and your shirts on the bottom, which should give you a little bit more of a shelf between the hanging. And that would be a great place for the bras to go. And then you can put them in the drawer almost from left to right. So depending on how many bras you have, or you wear the one you grab the one in the morning that's closest, let's say, to the right, and then you put it back in the drawer or back in the basket or wherever to the furthest to the left, and you have some sort of a divider in there to know that when you get back to that, then that's been a week or that you've gone through. I never wear the same bra 2 days in a row.
Well, then we have a lot of straps to adjust on you today.
We do.
So back to panties. Ungossamer does thongs. They do high cut. They do low cut.
Who's wearing thongs and why?
Well, I think everybody wears thongs for different reasons. I recommend a thong panty because it gives you no lines in your pants, in your jeans, in your skirts. Now, that being said, I know in a future episode we're going to talk about beauty blind spots. That doesn't mean that when you're wearing a tight dress, you wear a thong, because you will see it. And that is another pet peeve of mine. That's when the shapewear comes in. Get a lightweight Spanx shapewear short and put that on if you're wearing a tight dress, because nobody wants to see your thong.
VPL, right? Visible panty line. We've heard that term before, but it's a real concern, and you still see it way more than you should see it. You should never see it. Well, when we get back out of the house, we'll see it, because you're definitely not seeing it on a Zoom call.
No,
And if
you're
you
not.
are, it's a weird Zoom call. So it's VPL. You don't want it. Visible panty line. The other thing I think you really need to get yourself, as we're sitting here talking about this, is a full-length mirror.
Yes, definitely a full-length mirror. And you can hang it on the back side of your door if you don't have a lot of room. One full-length mirror in your house is very important.
Critically. And the cool thing about a full-length mirror, it doesn't need to be, let's just say you're 5 feet 5 inches tall or 6 feet tall. It doesn't have to be a 6-foot mirror. You can take a 4-foot mirror, put it on the wall up about 18 inches from the floor. You stand back from that mirror, you're going to see your whole self. Actually, you could put it 2 feet off the floor. If you stand back far enough, you're going to see all of you. So the key to a good full-length mirror placement is that you can get back at least 3 feet away from it. Doesn't make sense to have a full-length mirror in your closet if you're going to stand up right next to it to look at yourself.
That's a good point.
That's my key for the day. Back to underwear. Last tidbits of underwear.
Let's talk about color.
Oh, color.
So nude underwear, champagne, nude, there's a lot of names they call it, is probably the best for undergarments. You'll never see them under anything you wear. A lot of people like to wear pretty underwear, pretty bras. That's okay. But don't wear a lace, floral, purple and green bra if you're going to be wearing a see-through top.
That's specific. I feel like you've seen this before.
You think?
I don't know. There's got to be a story that goes with that.
There's many stories.
So when someone comes out wearing
second
something...
pet peeve of mine is an all lace bra. I mean, and then you have on a beautiful silk blouse, or you have on a really nice cashmere sweater, and all you're seeing is the lace bra underneath it. And it looks like you have a Band-Aid on or something.
Yeah, that's not good.
So
what do you say when your client comes out and has something? Do you say, "My Lord, what are you thinking?"
No, I don't say that. I just explain. Well, there's been a few times where we've been in the dressing room and they have on a beautiful, bright colored lace bra. And I say, now, that's a very pretty bra you're wearing. But just keep in mind what you're going to wear on top of that. And if you can see the bra or you can see the lace from the bra on the outside, maybe you should select something different for the day.
That just sounds so...
People don't think about it.
No, they don't.
Because they want to feel pretty right from the get-go, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I get that. But then now you're layering and you're putting a top on. And you're going to see that. And it isn't going to look good because you walking around, people aren't going to go, oh, she's got a really pretty bra underneath. Like, no one's thinking about that.
That's so true. Hey, Lisa.
Yes.
Once again, the time is clicking off the clock more than you can possibly imagine. Something occurs to me. I don't know that anybody else is talking about this stuff on a podcast, but I sure love that we are. And it may seem so silly to some people, but critically, foundations are foundationally critical.
Yes, they are. That was well said, Katie.
And with that, we're going to move into our next favorite topic, which is our nonprofit spotlight. And Lisa, take it away. You've got a great one this week.
This week, we are going to highlight Gilda's Club. And Gilda's Club is a free social, emotional, and psychological support for anyone currently impacted by cancer. It was started by Gilda Ratner following her own cancer diagnosis, and they are all over the country. There is a location in the Minnetonka area, and it is a wonderful, wonderful place. And now, obviously, we can't go to Gilda's Club, but they do have several programs virtually online that they wanted everybody to know about that can still bring them peace and comfort and support so they don't feel alone during their cancer treatments.
Excellent. Who doesn't remember Gilda Radner from Saturday Night Live and the fact that she went through this struggle and while she was doing it, created this wonderful organization. The website is gildasclubtwincities.org. Fairly easy. We encourage you to check out them or any of our other features that we've done. We are Katie Harms and Lisa Rubin. You can reach Lisa at
wardrobeconsulting.net and Katie
at katieharms.com. We encourage you to reach out, give us positive feedback. Constructive criticism is always welcome, as long as you're nice about it. And as you're listening to us now, I'm sure you know that we are available on Apple Podcast, TuneIn, and Spotify, and soon to be others. Also, please make sure you check us out at theviewinyourmirror.com, and we hope the view in your mirror is exceptional.